Before I introduce my special guest, let me share some of the highlights of his career. He is a board-certified neurologist. He graduated from Loyola University of Chicago, the Strick School of Medicine Medical School in 1976, and concluded his residency at Yale University in 1983. His specialty of neurology, I just like to explain and give you a little more meat. Neurologists diagnose and treat disorders of the brain, the spinal cord, peripheral nerve muscles, and the involuntary nervous system that controls the heart, the lungs, and other organs. They treat headaches, stroke, dementia, seizures, epilepsy, multiple sclerosis, sleep disorders, and neuromuscular diseases. Dr. Steven Trobiani, congratulations and welcome as a founding member of the CTFO Scientific Advisory Board.
Thank you, David. Glad to be here.
We're happy to have you here today, and this is an exciting interview because we're introducing you to our associates across the globe, and they all have one question I know in mind, which is why join the Scientific Advisory Board at CTFO?
Part of the reason is to be part of the process of developing the products that CTFO is going to bring to the not only the associates with this company, but the world at large, to make their lives better, to make their health better, to help people recover from conditions that they have been beset by. That to me is an exciting process, and basically joining the medical advisory board is no different a reason than joining CTFO. When I talked to the people who founded this company, their mission was to restore, improve, and maintain people's health. Secondarily, if they can do that, they believe they would earn a profit. But money wasn't the primary issue. Improving people's lives was their primary focus. And to me, that says a lot about the company, and it tells me this is a company I want to be involved with because we really have an opportunity to impact the world.
You've taken some of CTFO's exclusive products and you're working with yourself and your patients. Can you comment just a little bit on that?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So the first one I used was the 10X Pure Gold Super 1000, which, as you know, has a large amount of CBDA. That's about 333 milligrams of CBDA in 1,000 milligrams of CBD. That is important because CBDA is the only version of CBD that has any anti-inflammatory property. All of the other CBDs can relieve pain, and they do that by mimicking an anandamide, but the blocking of the prostaglandin, the pathway for prostaglandin production that produces pain is only affected by CBDA, and therefore this is going to be a much more potent product in the management of pain, which of course has been my specialty. I've been in pain management since I ended my neurology training. The next one I got involved with, though, was CelluVIE, and the exciting thing there is CelluVIE does something really unique for our system. It replenishes the glutathione that we lose as we age. Now, glutathione is important in helping the mitochondria make ATP, and ATP is the energy source for every cell in our body. So if we lose a glutathione, and by 40, you've lost 40%, by my age, you've lost 70%, we begin to get as sluggish as our cells are getting. And what I've noticed after starting that is my recovery time is quicker, and I won't go into that because it would take too long. But my energy levels are much, much higher. I'm waking up more rested. My thought processes are much clearer. I can stay focused all day long, and I don't have the fatigue that I was beginning to see set in at 70.
I mean, you see a lot of other proposed solutions to the pain and inflammation, to cellular energy. Where do these products from CTFO, the two that we're talking about, the 10X Pure, uh, Super 1000, and the CelluVIE, how do these compare against what's ordinarily out there in the marketplace in your area?
I've seen a lot of them, and I've had a lot of companies that have approached me over the years to look at their products. So I've looked at a number of nutraceuticals. I certainly deal with all of the pharmaceuticals that are on the market. I would say that in the nutraceutical industry, CTFO is definitely sitting at the top. In the pharmaceutical industry, CTFO is actually positioned among the pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
I would say there isn't anything pharmaceutically that you can take that's going to give you the amount of energy that I have gotten out of CelluVIE. And by the way, that's been echoed by every patient that has taken it so far. And I've got at least a dozen patients. They all feel the same degree of energy. Takes about 10 days, but at the end of 10 days, they're seeing a significant difference. Um, you're not going to get that from any pharmaceutical without really serious side effects. I mean, you can take Ritalin, you can take amphetamines, but those are not going to be good for you long term.
Wow.
This will actually improve your health. As far as a pain reliever goes, we're looking at something that in 10X Pure Gold Super 1000 that is, I think, better than Aleve, better than Advil, better than Voltaren, and Mobic, et cetera, the non-steroidal anti-inflammatories that are on the market. Not quite as effective as an opiate. As you know, that's something I am working with your company on, and I think we're close to being there.
Great. In closing, do you have anything you'd like to say to the thousands of associates who distribute these products across the globe?
The one thing I would say is that you've come into this company at a very, very, very good time. This is a company that is leading the market in CBD, and CBD is going to go mainstream over the next decade. And I'm talking about not only mainstream among the population, but mainstream in the medical community. That's going to change, and you're at the vanguard of that movement, which is a good place to be. This company is going to bring a lot more very impactful products because their commitment is to make a difference in the world. And that commitment is not going to end. A year from now, it's not going to end. 5 years from now, it's not going to end in my lifetime. So this is a very, very, very good place to be.
Dr. Trobiani, I want to thank you from all of us and all of our distributors and associates throughout the globe. Thank you and welcome to the CTFO family. We look forward to a future filled with hope, health, and a better life. Thank you.
You're very welcome, and thank you for making this thing happen, because I couldn't imagine a better place to be right now.